back to the morning of interviewing.
Yes.
By that time, had you been able to identify one or more of the individuals who were in those still photos?
Yes, we had.
Okay. And without, again, saying who told you what, but how were you able to do that? Did you have assistance or?
We got assistance through Vanderbilt University, their police department, yes.
Okay. Was the Vanderbilt University Police Department helpful to you throughout the course of this?
Yes, sir.
Did they assist?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, they were.
And perhaps even other members of the departments of Vanderbilt University?
Yes.
Now, the individuals, and we're going to be asking you about one at this point, was one of the individuals that you met with and talked with, interviewed on the 27th, a man named Vandenburg.
Yes, sir, he was.
Do you see that person here in the courtroom? And if so, could you indicate which person he is?
Yes, sir. He's seated to my right behind his counselors with a navy blue sweater on and a kind of a maroon tie.
As the record reflects that he has indicated, Mr. Vandenburg. Do you recall approximately what time of the day or night on the 27th this was?
It was around 9 or 9:30 in the morning.
Where were you?
And specifically, I was in Lieutenant Harville's, he's a captain now, but at that time he was Lieutenant Harville's office.
And you don't belabor this or go back over it, would that be the administrative?
It was an administrative building, yes.
Right. Was Mr. Vandenburg there when you arrived?
He was.
I'm sorry, was or wasn't?
Yes, he was.
Okay. What, if anything, did you notice, I said, if anything, about his appearance or demeanor upon your first laying eyes on him?
First instance, he appeared to be a little nervous, but that was really it at that point when I walked by him, yes.
Now, Detective Mayo, the jury can obviously see you're here in a coat and tie today.
Yes.
Pursuant to your duties as a detective, is that what you normally wear?
No. We wear what's called, I guess, business casual, which is, obviously like khaki pants or some kind of dress pants and a collared professional-looking shirt. We also are required to have our firearms covered at any time when we're out in the view of the public.
Okay. And was this one of those times?
Yes, we wear like little, I guess, lack of a better term, fishing jackets at that time, so, okay, which kept our gun and badge and everything covered.
Now, this being June, does your attire change with the seasons?
It does, yes.
Okay. All right. So, what about Sergeant Shreve? Is he a uniformed officer or?
No, he was dressed basically the same as I was.
Okay. And how about then Lieutenant, now Captain Harville?
Basically the same. They basically had the same rules as we do. Business casual, as long as your firearm is covered.
Okay. Now, walk us through, if you would. You say you saw Mr. Vandenburg.
Yes.
Did you speak with him?
Eventually, yes.
Okay. Were there other, like you were saying, other individuals that you spoke to first?
Spoke to Lieutenant Harville briefly. Yes.
And were you still obtaining information about the case?
Yes.
And again, I keep repeating myself, but not what someone told you about it, but had you at that point obtained any additional information other than from the victim and the still photos?
No, just basically that.
All right. Now, did you speak with Mr. Vandenburg?
I did.
Okay. Tell us about the circumstances. Where did that take place?
Specifically, it took place in Lieutenant Harville's office. I was sitting behind Lieutenant Harville's desk. Sergeant Shreve was over in the corner, and Mr. Vandenburg was seated against the wall right next to the door.
Okay. Was he under arrest?
No, he was not.
In your training experience as a police officer, is there a difference, and if so, what is the difference whether a person is under arrest or not?
If a person's under arrest, obviously you can't question them without reading their Miranda rights. If they're not under arrest, you need to advise them that they don't have to speak to you and that they can leave at any time, and they have the right to not speak to me, but you don't necessarily have to read them their Miranda rights.
And was that the situation with Mr. Vandenburg?
That's correct.
Did you advise him that he didn't have to talk to you
I did.
and that he was free to go?
Yes.
Was there anything impeding him from leaving?
No.
Did you make any show of force or display your weapon to him at any time?
No, sir.
In speaking with him, and based upon your experience and training, what, if anything, was your goal in speaking with him as far as obtaining information?
Obviously, I wanted to attain what happened that night, because obviously we didn't know. So that was my first goal, was to find out what happened and find out if something did happen, who did what.
Okay. And at that time, did you know whether Mr. Vandenburg had, quote, done anything?
No, not at that time.
Is there any type of approach that you specifically use or used on Mr. Vandenburg as far as psychological techniques, interrogation techniques, anything of that as far as your experience and training?
Yes.
Tell the jury a little bit about that and why that is employed.
Obviously, I wanted him to talk. I wanted him to feel comfortable. So I conducted this interview in a very low-key, non-threatening way, very jovial, tried to be friendly with him on purpose, and to try and just to get him to talk to me, and when he did start talking, to keep him talking.
Okay. And to the extent did he talk to you?
He did.
Okay. And during the course of this, did you make statements to him that may not have necessarily been the truth?
I did.
And did you give us an example?
Well, obviously, what we try to do is befriend and keep people talking to us. So I'll tell them, hey, look, I understand, I get where you're coming from, even though I may not necessarily agree with them, but I want that person to keep talking to me. So obviously, I'll tell them, I understand what you're saying, I understand, I agree with you, things of that nature.
Okay. And the reason I ask that is, was this conversation, this interview recorded?
It was recorded, yes.
Okay. And Judge, we actually may have time to go ahead and play this today.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, the actual interview is the best evidence in this case. The transcript will guide and help you understand what's being said.
And Judge, not too far ahead, but I want to get those out. That's what I'm saying, we're not getting too far ahead, so don't pass those out yet.
Okay.
Please. I mean,
May I ask Mr. General Moore first?
yes.
All right.
Now, you don't have to be hauling those around too much, but if they could be passed to Detective Mayo. Detective Mayo, you've been handed a copy of a transcript. Would ask if you have seen that before and are you familiar with it?
I have seen it, yes.
And is that the transcript of the interview you conducted with Mr. Vandenburg?
Yes, sir, it is.
And was Sergeant Shreve in the room?
Yes.
And does his voice appear on the tape on occasion?
It does, yes.
All right. Was anyone else in the room besides the three of you?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, have you also compared that transcript to the audio recording itself, and is that transcript a fair and accurate representation of what is contained on the audio?
Yes, sir, it is.
And no matter how many times I say video, it's an audio, correct?
Correct.
You don't know this. Play that, and
All right.
But maybe have been changed. That's how it transcripts.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I need to point something out to you. At the bottom of each page, you will see Crime Tape Transcription, LLC. That is the name of the company that did the transcription. The word crime tape, you should make no inference from that with regard to any kind of crime. That's just the name of the company that did the transcription, okay? All right.
And Judge, could I perhaps one thing at the very end, the person who transcribed it put her name in that crime tape transcription, so that would be
Right. She's employed with crime tape transcription.
And I hesitate at this point to point this out, but I didn't notice it until just now. When I said a half an hour, she says it's an hour and 11 minutes.
An hour and 11 minutes? Well, we can go about halfway.
I was going to say, if that's, whenever the court says stop, we can stop.
Right, because we got to deal with the traffic, got to get them to dinner on time. All right?
It may not be that long, but that's what she put in there.
All right,
So,
we'll see.
all right. If we could do it up and
Trying to wake me up?
Obviously, we're here talking, okay? You need to understand a couple of things before we talk, okay? Number one, you are not under arrest, okay? I want to make that perfectly clear, okay? You are not under do not have to speak to me. It is well within your right to tell me, I don't want to talk to you. Okay? And you'll get up and you'll leave. Okay? You're not being, the door is closed for privacy only. It's not locked. Okay? Okay, if you want, you reach over and check. You don't have to sit here and all this. But obviously, we're here to get your side of the situation. And obviously, you understand what situation we're talking about. Okay? And I've got some opinions on some things. Okay? And this could or could not be a way to help yourself. Okay? And if you want to cooperate and, talk to us, great. We'll sit here, we'll talk to you all day long if we need to. Okay? I'm in no hurry, he's in no hurry. I'm getting paid. Okay? So, but obviously, there's two sides to every story, right? Right now, I've got part one that I need to fill in a lot of water. Make sense? Brandon, you understand that everything I just said, right? But you don't have to sit here, right? You don't have to talk to me. Right? With all that in mind, you want to sit here and kind of talk to us for a little bit?
Yeah, that's one.
Yeah, I mean, you can at any point in time, if you want to, no, listen. You need to drink a water, just let me know. Okay? This isn't like, that you see on TV, okay? We don't operate that way. Not going to sit here and yell at you, scream at you. That's not the way we operate, okay? If you need to pee, if you need to, go get a drink of water, something like that, just tell us. I mean, it's fine. No problem. Okay? And if at any point in time you say, dude, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Just say it. Dude, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Right. Okay? Alright, so, do you know why you're here? First of all. Okay. Tell me why you're here today. Tell me why I'm here to talk to you.
On the cameras, they saw me and 3 other guys carrying a girl to my bedroom, and they are suspicious of what went on in the bedroom and everything on the bedroom. That's what they've been asking me.
Okay. Alright. Well, what did you want?
Nothing.
Nothing.
When I took her in the bedroom, she threw up, threw a towel on me, started talking to me, started asking me about my junior college, about, just like bullshit pretty much. Asking like how many drinks she thinks she had, and then eventually they left, and I left to sleep in the other room because I don't want to sleep in the room with the throw up.
So, I think this girl tripped wrong. Who is this girl to you?
I've been seeing her for the past couple of weeks, so I mean I was just trying to take care of her.
And is she like a girlfriend, or just someone you kind of dating and seeing, or a friend, or what is it?
I mean, yeah, she's someone I've been like dating and seeing for just like the past couple of weeks. Met her on my official visit. Met her, of course, on my birthday. Hung out with her the night before that night. We planned to meet up at the bar. Pretty much, she wanted to go back to her apartment with me, and so we were going back to the apartment, and we couldn't get into her apartment. At that point, she was highly intoxicated, so I was just trying to help her get to the apartment and put her to bed. And her roommate, I tried to call her roommate wasn't there. She didn't have her key. All she had was her car keys, and her car was right next to her. We're at the front. I'm sure this is all on camera. We're at the front of her apartment in Village, and her car was right there. And trying to get her, I was struggling trying to carry her to her car. So I wasn't just going to leave her on the ground. So I was going to take her back to my room. So I drove the car to the Village Station pad. to the front of Gillette, and that's when I saw the three football players. I'm like, can you help me carry her to my room? Like, you know, and so that's when they helped me carry her to that room. And they just talked to me and asked me like what was going on and that type of stuff.
Now, how come y'all couldn't get her on? Why?
Because, well, the next day she told me, so it's so stupid. She said she didn't have her key, but she did have her key, but it's like one of those keys that like, she said even if I would have found it, I wouldn't know how to work it. And, like we banged on the door, her roommate wasn't there, so like she gave me her roommate's number. I called her roommate and she didn't answer, so it's like, there's really nothing I could do. So I was taking her back to my apartment.
Now, did you drive her home from the bar?
No, we took a taxi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where was her car at?
Right in front, right, like parked right. They have like carport stalls like around the village. I don't know if you're familiar with it or not. And it was parked right there.
Okay. So y'all took a cab from the bar to her apartment? Mm-hmm. Okay. And that's when you couldn't get in, decided to get in her car and go to Gillette. Is that right? Mm-hmm. Okay. And how drunk was she at that point? Was she communicating? Was she talking? Or?
Yeah, she was communicating, but she was highly intoxicated, like slurring, etc.
How long were you with her at the bar? Quite a while? Or?
I can't really approximate it, to be honest, maybe an hour and a half.
So you weren't with her the whole time? You kind of got there afterwards, is that right?
Well, right as I got there, she came up to me.
Okay. So, all right. Now, obviously, I personally don't care. I know there's rules and whatnot, but were you drinking at the bar?
For a couple of hours, I'm not question.
Fair enough. And you don't have to answer it, that's fine. But I want you to understand, we don't work for it. Okay? And I understand that there's rules and whatnot, but we just want honest, open communication. That's it. We don't work for it. So as long as you understand that.
Yeah.
Okay. And we're fine with the other question. Okay?
Yeah, we're not. I don't feel it's relevant.
Okay.
Not directly relevant.
It could be, but I'm not going to pressure you. Okay? If you don't want this time. So when y'all got to Gillette, you said that you saw the other football players. Were they outside? What were they doing?
They were like walking by, like it was like a coincidence. Like I just saw them like outside the dorm. A lot of times football players they might be grabbing food, like because the livery stops right there. It's kind of like a hub, right up front. And I saw him. I was like, hey, can you help me? I need to jump this girl off in my room. And I'm sure it was all on camera. So okay.
All right. After y'all, did they help you carry her to the room? What was? Okay, so they helped you get her up there.
Yeah, and it was tough. I was doing the best I can, but she was at that point. She was like practically like not helping us at all.
Okay. She was basically dead weight when she was out. So you were having a tough time
Carrying her to the room. Yeah, I didn't know what else to do besides put her to bed. I hope she feel better. So,
You said she threw up in your bed or in the floor or bathroom? Where she threw up? Do you have a bathroom in your room, by the way? Okay. I have a bed. No, just go on.
no, yeah, she threw up on my floor. She threw up on my shorts. She threw up a lot.
Okay, on your shorts?
All over the place. She threw up on my shoes. And then my socks.
All right. Did she ever come to after she threw up? Okay. What was she saying? What was she doing?
She was just sitting. She was just like sitting there looking at her. Just like,
Oh, she was sitting up talking to you?
no, she was laying down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was just laying there, like not feeling good, like just wondering,
Okay.
So,
All right. Did she ever have to go home, or did she just kind of like crash out?
she just wanted to go to bed.
Okay. All right. Now, you said you didn't sleep in the room with her?
No, because it was throw up like, all over her.
You didn't even feel like cleaning it up? Is that
No, I wasn't. No.
Do you remember about what time all this was going on?
cameras and,
How long did you sit up and talk to the other guys? Was it just this talk way into the night? Or?
20 minutes.
So it was just those three guys? You said? Okay, which three guys? What are we talking about?
Cory, Tip, and Brandon.
So, Cory, what's the last name?
I don't know his last name. He's on the football team. I'm going to make sure.
Tip?
Yeah, Tip.
His name or okay. Cory, Tip, and who?
Brandon Banks.
Did any of them, mess with her or anything like that? And it was just y'all three the entire time. What time did they end up with?
Them three and me.
Yeah.
My roommate was in there, so he ended up leaving. Once I told him I go throw a ball over the room, I kind of woke him up and let him know. After they left, that there was throw a ball over the room, and my dad wasn't going to sleep in there. He's like, "You're not sleeping in there, this girl will be there." I'm like, "Don't you want me if you're not sleeping in there?" Mac, crew or something.
Well, like I said, I haven't been up in those dorms when Gillette, I've never been in Gillette. But explain to me, when I walk in your door, is it your bedroom, his bedroom, and a common area, or is it just one college dorm bedroom?
It's like this. You walk in the door, and it's just a bedroom.
Okay, so there's just one big bedroom with two beds in it. Okay, all right. So y'all, I guess all five of you were in the same room for a while. Okay, and then roommate gets up and leaves. Okay, was it smell of vomit making you sick or something like that?
No, everyone else left, and I was just like, Mac, I woke him up and I was like, dude, there's throw all over the place. I'm not gonna sleep in there. She's still sick, and we're just gonna let her sleep in my room because I can't put her in another room. And
When you say other room, you're kind of confusing.
her room,
Okay.
her apartment.
Okay.
And anyway, so he's like, well, I want to sleep in here if you're not sleeping in here, And probably just like wake up with some random girl in the room.
Where
Awkward.
you know your roommate very well, or y'all just getting to know each other?
I mean, yeah, we're just getting to know each other.
When did you get on campus here?
June 2nd.
Where are you from?
Visit California.
Where in California?
Visit.
Okay. So you transferred here to Maine?
Yeah, I went to University of San Diego my freshman year. Then college of the desert, and I transferred.
So are you listed as a freshman here? Or junior?
Yeah.
Okay. And how well do you know these other guys, Cory, Tip, and Brandon?
I see the football stuff. I don't hang out with them outside of football, really. Okay. But, yeah, I mean, being there on football teams, that's the first time.
Well, y'all were taking her up and going to the hallway and pick her up and get her in the elevator and get her to the room. I mean, what was their response? I mean, what did they have to say? Did they say anything about her, or did they try to do what
They're kind of laughing and stuff. They thought it was, worse this girl doing. Kind of just laughing. Obviously it's messed up, but they're laughing. I was laughing too. But really, I just wanted to put her in bed and let her go to sleep and then talk, give her shit about it the next morning. But,
I mean, did they make any kind of off-color sexual comments about her, or, I mean, it's pretty apparent when you just don't want to reach for dress and then you stop lighting up.
yeah, no, she was a master. She was hiking her skirt up in the car,
But nobody made any off-the-wall remarks, comments. Nobody thought it would be funny to take a picture of her with a cell phone or anything like that.
I might have taken a picture, but it wasn't on my phone the next morning, so if I did, I deleted it, but I might not even taken a picture.
Did anybody else?
No,
No. Okay. Did anybody take pictures of her in the room with her clothes on? So those pictures don't exist, right? Okay. Did anybody, touch her in any way that you saw? Okay. You don't know these guys well, outside football. Are they all upperclassmen, or are they
I think they're all sophomores, but football was the redshirt freshman.
How old are you, Brent?
20.
Brandon, I want to be real honest with you right now. Okay? When I said earlier that today is a really good day for you to help yourself, I really meant that. Okay? Because here's the deal. I've seen the footage. Okay? I got here a little while ago. I mean, you saw it. I watched the camera footage, and it's very troubling. Okay? You have to understand, all I do for a living, for the Metro Police Department, is work sexually related crimes. That's it. Burglary, murder, homicide, none. Okay? We have a lot of training, things of that nature. Okay? And I've been around the world quite a bit more than you have. Okay? And watching the video, at one point there was something that really bothered me. And it looked like you were upset about something. And today is your day to help yourself. Okay? Do I think that you're some evil guy who set something up? No. I think you got caught up on something. Okay? And you just know it's true. You don't know any of these guys. They've been here. They're on the team. They're established. Okay? I get the peer pressure. Okay? Today's the day to help yourself. Okay? Because here's the deal. I've been working with her, talking with her a lot. Okay? She had some medical procedures done. Clothing goes down on that one. Okay? Okay? There's going to be some things that are going to come out. And people can explain them and tell me the truth about it now. I can work with that. If I have to go around the hard way and prove everything through scientific means and stuff like that, it's going to look bad. Does that make sense? Brandon, you haven't been 100% truthful. And we're close. But we're not all there. Because I know there was more than Cory killed him another person. Okay? There's 3 other guys came a bit later.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah. That's why I said, who all was there? Who all was there? That's why I was,
Yeah, they weren't there.
like told. Okay? And there was something that I saw on the camera footage. And it really made me think, well, something's not wrong. He's upset. There's something wrong with him. Something's bothering him. Something happened that he doesn't like. And I saw everybody, and I talked to you, and it's okay, it's okay. So, obviously, you weren't cool with whatever happened. And I don't even know what happened, so. Because if this was your daughter, or your sister, or something like that, you would want us to know that. And you obviously like the girl. You care about her, I'm sure. I wouldn't go as far as saying how much you love her. And y'all didn't see each other that long. But I'm sure you care about her. And I'm sure whatever happens, it won't happen. That's why we're talking to you first. That's why we're giving you the opportunity. That's why we're here with you this morning. I didn't talk to any of these other guys. I came to you first. She can of this all night last night on yesterday, and she trusted you. So, you know, that's a big compliment. Having someone say, I trust you completely. And not be there to let anything happen. We both looked at this video, I mean, I'll be honest with you, we're both. And it's something that like this, I don't know. There's no doubt in my mind. And you're going to be that one person going forward and show us and tell us that you're upset. Something's wrong with you. You're not happy about something. That's not like it. Yeah, when y'all were bringing her up to the room and it's funny, you know, y'all were all hot. That's fine. Okay? You're upset. You're starting to cry almost. That tells me right there that you have a conscience. Of course you have a conscience. Right. Well, you'd be surprised. There's a lot of people that we deal with in this world don't care. I've sat across the room from people who have raped children that didn't care. But this is a totally different situation. So, Brandon?
I don't trust any of those guys that were there.
That's obvious. Because you're not happy about that. You're upset. You didn't like what was going on. But now we have to talk about what happened. Alright? We got to know. We've got to know what happened this one. She's got the right to know. If she doesn't remember what I say, I mean, we talked to her, we're like, you remember you had flashes? No. And that's what's really bothering her the worst, is she doesn't know. Can you imagine not knowing?
Yeah, they really frustrated me.
Yeah.
And then my son just had her floating around all over school.
We gotta know. At least for her. You know what I mean? We have to do right by her. And at least just find out what happened. And like I said, it's obvious that you're not the ringleader in this. It's obvious you have a heart. So, after you get her upstairs, what happens?
Don't trust them. Guys are really, I don't trust them at all. What I'm trying to say is,
Well, I'm sorry, Judge. This would be a good time. There was sort of a little gap there. I didn't know if this was...
Okay, that's fine. We can resume tomorrow morning. We're going to break for the day, ladies and gentlemen. As I've mentioned to you several times, please do not discuss any aspect of this case. Enjoy your dinner. Enjoy your evening. We'll see you tomorrow morning right about 9 o'clock. Okay?
The court want to take up the transcripts.
Yes. Yes, take a look.
For a spec, they could just leave them in the seats. Nobody's going to be here.
Well, I don't know about that cleaning crew.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Today would be so.
Skelly, do you mean we have a cleaning crew?
what we're doing with them at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning.
needs to be